What's up, guys, it's Geo, and I'm back for episode number 2 of Mediocremons. We're still using the same Sun offense team, so we're jumping right into it. This guy's a very threatening team, and since the servers haven't been restarted, Kingdra still isn't banned. So we have Kingdra, Light Ball, Pikachu, we have Sableye, we have probably Sash, Butterfree with Compoundized Sleep Powder, we have Quag, which I'm not too scared of, and Nidoqueen. So super threatening team. I'm leading with Rotom. He leads with Sableye. I'm gonna trick turn 1, hoping you don't taunt, because if I can give you... I hope you foul play, because if I can give Sableye a Scarf, then I severely weaken it for the rest of the game. Ends up going for a foul play. That's not gonna do a whole lot. That actually does a lot more than I wanted it to. I'm Volt Switching here. He's Scarfed into foul play, so I can go into something like Vulpix and start some fun. Foul play actually does a lot of damage. I'm going for Toxic though, because I'm not sure what you're going to switch out into. I don't think it's going to be Nidoqueen. Hope it's not Nidoqueen. Or should I? I'm just going to go for a Hypnosis. We'll see what Showdown tells me that I did. You end up going out into Quag. Hypnosis is nice on Quagsire. I'm going out into Charmeleon because I know you're guaranteed 1 turn of sleep, and I can hit you with an HP Grass, and that's going to do a lot of damage. I think it knocks Quag out. Normally you would stay in, but from the way I brought Charmeleon in, he probably knows that I have HP Grass, but he ends up staying in. I get rid of Quag, which is cool, because Quagsire is super annoying. Nidoqueen ends up coming out. Okay, what am I going to do about Nidoqueen here? I outspeed it with Scarfed Gabite, so that's probably my main way to take it down. I'm gonna save Charmeleon for later. You end up going for Sludge Wave, which will knock Rotom out from that range. And Gabite is coming on in right now, and Gabite is going for Dragon Claws, fearing Butterfree to switch in. I hope Butterfree switches in, because Butterfree is a ginormous pain in the butt. You end up staying in, which is a problem. So Fletchlender is next on the chopping block. I can go for Acro and see how much that does. If I get a crit, I think I can knock it out from this range, although his switch is probably just going to be Pikachu. And if you guys are wondering why I'm using Flamethrower on Fletchlender, it's because I don't like Pharaoh Seed, and Pharaoh Seed's legal in the tier. So I just use Flamethrower for that. He ends up going into Sableye though, which is not too much of a problem, because I can out-priority that and take Sableye out. So good sack on his part. But we'll see what he goes into next. If he goes into Light Ball Pikachu, then I may be in trouble, because Light Ball Pikachu is a ginormous threat. Ends up going into Kingdra. I can't let this thing set up like Focus Energy and then proceed to crit my entire team. He ends up just going straight away for Waterfall, revealing he's a physical variant, so I'll take that. But we're going to go into Vulpix here, and hope 8 turns is enough for me to nuke the rest of his team. I'm going to go for a Toxic here. He ends up locking himself in on Outrage, which I guess I'm fine with, because I can come in with Weeping Bell and spam Solar Beam. That is going to be more than enough to take it out. So I have 7 turns to work with, I think. Butterfree is going to be annoying, though. I'm going to go for a Weather Ball. You are Sash, and you take me out with the Hidden Power. So we're going to see how much work Charmeleon can truly do. We're going to go for a Flame Charge to outspeed Pikachu, because I believe Pikachu is faster. Pikachu is faster, so now I am faster than Pikachu, and this is a variation of a Houndoom set, or Liberal Lucario's Houndoom set. I'm going to go for Fire Blast here, hoping... I missed Fire Blast, but that's okay. It's kind of whatever. Volt Tackle does a lot of damage, so that's going to be a good game. And that's kind of the nice thing about doing Mediocremons, is that I don't really care about winning or losing. I'm just kind of here to have fun. He has Lumineon, Poliwrath, which is really, really threatening in the tier, except for the fact that its move pool isn't that great. It doesn't get Drain Punch. We have Arbok, we have Misdreavus, and they're suspecting Venomoth right now, so we'll see how long Venomoth sticks around. I'm leading with Rotom, because if he leads with Venomoth, I can trick Venomoth. Ends up leading with Arbok. I know these things like to carry Crunch, but I'm going to Willow. End up hitting the Willow, which is cool, as he ends up he sets up Coils, plural. So I'm going to go out into Gabite here, thinking that he's going to go for a crunch, because I will appreciate the extra rough skin damage. Especially since he's not leftovers. I'm fairly certain he's Life Orb, or maybe Rest. Resto Chesto, or Subcoil, I don't know. We'll end up seeing what he is. A lot of people just joined this, though. We'll go for the Gunk Shot. And someone's spamming. Can I do anything to... Okay, he just went offline. That's cool. That's cool. I'm gonna EQ, so you're gonna be taken out, but you take me with you with the Ice Fangs. That's a little bit annoying, but I'm going back out to Rotom, because on a double down, the best possible thing for you to do is to go into your Scarfer if you still have it, because then you can harness momentum. I'm gonna go for the trick here and stop Misdreavus from setting anything up, whether it be a Willow or... You are a Life Orb, Misdreavus, and you take me up with the Shadow Ball. Alrighty then. I'm going out into Vulpix here. Or should I... Actually, I'm going to go out into Fletchender and U-turn, because I'm kind of anticipating you to switch, although you just hit me with the Shadow Ball, so that was a bad play on my part. Either way, here's Vulpix. I'm considered running just purely offensive Vulpix, but you know, sometimes it's not really worth it. Shadow Ball is not going to do a lot to me, although you get the Spit F drop again, and I miss Hypnosis. So, that's cool. That is cool. I'm going out into Charmeleon, because Charmeleon has better Spit F, and I'm going for a Fire Blast. I'm going for a Fire Blast. You got Speed me. That's a problem. Should have probably remembered that. So Weeping Bell is out. Weeping Bell's out here now. I'm gonna go for the Solar Beam. You still outspeed me. My lord, Misdreavus. You are the fastest Pokemon alive. So I have 2 hits left in Weeping Bell. And in order to win the game, I need to take out Lumineon right now. Although here comes Venomoth. I'm going for Weather Ball because I'm fairly certain I outspeed. And I can't let you pass Quiver Dances, but that's not going to be a problem. So Venomoth is down. And Weeping Bell has 1 last hit in it. It can take out any one member of his team. He's going to sack Kricketune, which is the best play, because I'm going to be able to smash this thing with Weather Ball. And Weeping Bell is really, really good in the tier. I really enjoy using it. I'm going to go into Vulpix next, and Toxic, whatever he decides to go into. It's probably going to be Lumineon, so all HP Grass Lumineon. Actually, I can HP Grass whatever he switches into. They'll probably get outsped. I'm going to turn the timer on. Oh, he turns the timer on. We're lagging a little bit. So here's Poliwrath. His water moves aren't going to do as much, so I'm going to go for the HP Grass, because I'm fairly certain he outspeeds. And Poliwrath is actually a big threat in the tier. I consider running Rain with it, but there's no automatic Rain user. I spelled that really wrong, but Poliwrath has respectable 90, 95, 90 defenses. So I got to hope for a crit here on Poliwrath. I'm going to go for the Acro. We'll see how much it does. That is not going to be able to take it out, so that ends up taking me out. We're going to hop into one more battle. So as you guys can see, I'm not the best at Mediocremons, but it's just really fun to play. I thought you guys would enjoy a casual series, as most of the stuff that I do is very, very serious. So again, we see a Nidoqueen, again we see a Poliwrath, we see a Golbat, we see a Tyrantrum, we see a Mightyena, and a Wormadam. So, as always, I'm leading with Rotom, because Rotom is amazing. And as you lead with Wormadam, trash. I'm going to go for the trick to lock you into rocks. Yeah, that's what you end up going for. I probably need a way to remove rocks, but it's kind of whatever. I'm going to Willow now, because you switch out into Nidoqueen. That's cool, I guess. I know you can 2-hit KO me with a Sludge Wave, but I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball regardless. Wow, you ate that up. You are a bulky Nidoqueen, and you cannot 2-hit KO me, which is cool. You're going to do about 40%, which means I have the opportunity to get a few more Shadow Balls off. You end up pulling the switch into Mightyena. I'm fine with that. You have Moxie. I am max speed, so I'm going to try to get a Willow off, but you just end up going for Crunch, and you get a Moxie boost, which is a problem. However, have no fear. I have Gabite, and Gabite's about to put in some work, I do believe. I'm going for Dragon Claw, because he has nothing that resists Dragon Claw, I don't think, because his Wormadam is Wormadam Trash, which is, I believe, Bug Ground type. And while I'm doing this, I'm kind of pondering Pokemon to use in future episodes, so if you see me, like, slash data Pokemon, it's just because I'm looking at its stats. Actually, you are Steel. I forgot about that. Whoops. So I'm going into Vulpix to get the weather up in here. And then I'm going into Weepinbell, because Weepinbell is amazing. Weepinbell is the base god of this tier. Don't go for Toxic again. Okay, it doesn't matter. You go into Poliwrath. I can Solar Beam you, and Solar Beam is going to do a lot of damage. Solar Beam is going to knock you out if you decide to stay in. But you are going to be hit by this Weather Ball. Hopefully you stay in. I want this thing out of the way. You end up Scarfed Protect is as new meta as it gets. I'm going for a Solar Beam here. You end up trying to double protect, so that's bad play on my part. I'm just gonna Weather Ball here as you're stalling out my Sun. That's kind of annoying. I'm gonna go for another Solar Beam. Actually, I'm just gonna go for a Weather Ball. Wow, he got the double protect. So I am out of Sun for the time being, but I do get rid of his Wormadam. And I can sweep his team with Weepinbell, as long as I get this thing and Golbat out of the way, so that is going to be the game plan. I don't know what you're going for, so I'm going to switch in, probably Dragon Stab, I guess. I'm going into I'm going into Gabite, because Gabite is the most expendable member on the team right now. You end up just going for a Rock Polish, which means you're going to be crazy fast. So I'm going to try to knock you out. Actually, I'm faster than you. Wow. You're really slow, and you get taken out by Rough Skin, so that's cool. So we're at a 4-4 game. This is a lot closer than I expected this matchup to be. I'm going out into Vulpix as you go out into your Scavenger. I'm going to go for a Hypnosis and hope that I can put you to sleep as you end up going for a Crunch. You get the Moxie boost, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's see how fast Charmeleon is. And then Data Mightyena. So I am faster than Mightyena, so I'm going out. I'm going to go for a Fire Blast here and see how much damage I can do, but you are... What are you? You're Scarf. You're Scarf Moxie. I'm dumb. I'm really dumb. I just lost the game right there, but you know, that stuff is bound to happen. You make misplays. You know. I think I'm just going to go for a Solar Beam here, because Solar Beam does look like a pretty good play. You go into Golbat. HP Ice will do... Power doubles during weather effects, and the moves type changes to match. So would that mean it's 150 after the Sun boost? Because I know it goes to 100. So I'm going to go for Weather Ball and see how much this does. That is 34%. That is nothing. So you end up going for the Roost. So you're just going to Roost stall me, it looks like. I'm going to go for the HP Ice and see how much that does. That is 24%. So I'm just going to forfeit this match because there's not much point in me staying in. So that is today's episode of Mediocremons. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like, because it really does help show support for the new series and whatnot. Additionally, make sure to leave a comment on your favorite Johto starter. And this is relevant because I may use Quilava in an upcoming episode. Also, make sure to subscribe if you guys are enjoying the constant content. With that, I'll catch you on the flip-flop.